Welcome to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
On the world's biggest game show, how does a boy from the slums know all the answers?
So they sent the script, and they said that my agent said, "Oh, it's a film about who wants to be a millionaire." And I thought, well, I don't really want to make a film about a game show, and not that game show especially. So I imagined that right away I felt I wasn't going to do it, but I saw on the script the name Simon Beaufoy had adapted it. And he was the guy who wrote The Full Monty, which is a film I loved. I'd never met him, but I thought, out of respect, I should read it, or bit of it anyway, so that I can ring up and say, loved your script, not for me, that kind of answer that you give, respectful answer. And I started reading it, and 10 pages, 15 pages into it, I absolutely knew I was going to do the film. And the only other time I've had that experience is I remember reading the first page of the book Trainspotting. This film, I made it in a very different way. I took 10 people from the West, and even that was too many, I think. I should have took about 5. And the rest of it are Bollywood crew, and they're local crew, and they understand the city and how it works. And for such a complex city like Mumbai, you need local crew who will help you understand it and work within it. And they're, in fact, more important to you than the people who are traditionally important to a filmmaker, like your cinematographer, your designer, your writer. The people who are really important to you in a city like that are the local people who tell you how it works. Because the benefits you're going to accrue and what the film tries to capture is that the buzz, the dynamism of the city. And that's absolutely crucial to the narrative. Because the kid comes out of that city, and its sheer energy gives him the fuel to brazen out this appearance on the show, where he occasionally looks in the camera looking for the girl, and then he's back on the show and he's just checking for her to see if she's seen him yet on the show. So it's an extraordinary idea, kind of rebel idea of a kid from nowhere hijacking the most famous show. It would be like a kid from some kind of very poor area of Marseille walking into the Élysée Palace and taking it over, sitting down and taking over, saying, right, let's run it this way, let's do it this way. Because it was about Indian people, it's about a kid that grows up there, I thought the only way I'll ever be able to do it properly is to try and make it as real as possible. So I decided not to try and recreate the life like what you kind of do normally, and that's what we did on the beach, for instance. I tried to shoot it in the real places with real people, and just absorb ourselves into the city. That does give you some technical issues to do with people looking in the camera and continuity, which is not really an issue. There isn't really continuity available, and you can spend half your budget on continuity if you want, but it won't help you. So I decided not to worry about that. We just went with it. And sometimes we'd shoot and you'd finish scenes and you're not sure you've even got them, but you get back and you start editing it, and actually it has a kind of, it's given you things that you could never imagine, that it would give you, but it just gives you free gifts all the time. So I loved filming there. I thought it's visually, of course, it's stunning.
Remember, if you answer wrong, you lose everything. Just like this.
Well, I didn't really understand destiny until I got there. It's a very difficult thing to explain. In the West, it's kind of cute. And certainly at the end of the film, it's quite a cute moment. In India, it's quite profound. It's a very profound concept, which is very difficult to understand in the West. I thought it was a thing that trapped people in the caste system and kept them in their place. But in fact, it's something, ironically, given the caste system is so regimented, it's actually an inclusive thing that includes, everybody's included in the destiny. Whether you have what's apparently a lucky destiny or an unlucky destiny, you're all included in the same universe, really. And it does bind people together. It's an extraordinary idea.